Hello everyone, I am here in Orlando, Florida, and I am staring at Acme Superstore, an absolutely gigantic collector's toy shop that boasts over 1 million items, and I'm eager to see exactly what that means. I can see all the logos, that's exciting. I'm recording this on my phone, so this might be terrible footage that I won't use. I'm going to have to wait until I get home to see it, but nevertheless, we're going to go in and take a look and see what's around. There's one thing in particular I came for. I'm excited to see it. So I had been sitting on a fairly generous Christmas bonus from working at the toy shop, and I was kind of mulling over what to do with it. I wanted to do something big, something I normally don't get to do, and I just, for one reason or another, I just couldn't decide on what it was going to be. And then the obvious occurred to me. There was a toy shop that I kept hearing about from all of my regulars at the toy shop, and it was called Acme Superstore just outside of Orlando, and I heard just wonderful, amazing things about this place. And anytime I went toy hunting, I always went out east, and I always went over to Fort Lauderdale area and hit those shops. You saw that video already. This particular store, I didn't have to bop around different stores like I do in Fort Lauderdale. This was apparently a store I could just spend all day in. Okay, so you caught my interest. Let's look this place up. And this place had something that I was looking for in particular, and that was unopened Beast Wars toys. I accidentally started a collection of those, and I wanted to add to it. So you know what? If the opportunity's there, I'm going to take it. So I took a road trip. And you guys are going to see exactly what kind of store this place is. I want you to watch this, and then when we get through and I tell you all about this shop, we're going to go over the haul because it is an enormous and very, very cool haul. So, the first thing about the place is just sheer size. This is an absolutely massive. I expected just like a few, I expected a few spots in a plaza taken up by the store. No, this is like a little mini plaza building where they've taken every spot. The entire thing is just the big toy store. Okay, I just got in, and this place is absolutely insane. Look at all this. Look at all this. This is one row. Oh, this is one aisle. I haven't even explored anything yet. This is just loose Marvel. I haven't gotten to any of them. I haven't found the Transformer section yet. This is one row. This is one row. Honestly, this place just keeps going. Every time I turn around, I've spotted something else I didn't see before. Got Mega Man over here, Sonic over here. We've got one random Lego in with the Destiny toys. Halo. Fortnite, jeez, just Dragon Ball Z. I don't like this. I technically don't have a time limit today, but I also don't want to drive home in the dark. I could spend so long here just looking at it all over. Oh, this is dangerous. This is dangerous. I shouldn't have come here. This is a bad idea. This is a bad idea. Now, even when you get over just how big this place is, when you're looking down from the entrance at just how deep it is, and then how long it is when you look down the first corridor, and then you realize that behind that wall, there's another room set off there for statues and trade paperbacks and a whole bunch of other stuff they didn't have space for on the normal floor. So even when you look at this and see, oh my God, this place is so huge, give it a minute. There's another room that's even a little bit bigger than you think it is. Absolutely blew my mind. And just the sheer quantity of stuff. Just like the most Star Wars toys I've ever seen in my life. Just rows upon rows upon rows, and some incredibly, incredibly rare pieces. There is a loose Luke Skywalker from like the very first mail away run. It was like $1,000 for a little tiny Luke Skywalker. Absolutely amazing. Like the kind of thing you don't ever see in person. And it just goes on and on and on and on and on and on and on. I keep telling people it's a legal requirement. You have to have a Star Wars Power of the Force section to open a toy store. It's just, you have to do it. Like there's no option to it. Like you have no, by federal law, you have no choice. Look at all this. See, like I thought our Star Wars section was just like amazing, but this is two whole, like this is the length of our store twice over. They could open a store just for the Star Wars section. It's madness. It's a great spot for my nostalgia too. There's so many different toy lines that I used to collect, that I grew up with, that I was getting another chance to see. And every time I turned around, I would find another one. See, this was the first toy line I think I ever went, like, I want everything. Give me everything in this toy line. I think I got most of it. I got the car and the bike. I don't think I ever had that yellow Arnold. I never got John Connor. I remember that. Here's another toy line where I loved everything. I love the Kenner 90s Aliens figures. Not the Marines. These guys. Let's see. Rhino Alien. I never had the Rhino Alien as a kid. Who else? I think there's a Bull Alien up there. I had him. A Scorpion Alien still in the box. I've got 2 of those now. But you can't have too many exploding Scorpion Aliens. Those were the best. So much more I grew up with. Mutating Turtles. These were the best. Transformers and Ninja Turtles at the same time. And why is Mikey so much cheaper? That's not fair. It's not fair to my boy. Okay. Baxter's Armies of Foot Soldiers. Those are always good to bash around. Razor, no Toga. I kind of agree. I would have grabbed Toga, but not. Ooh, that's a Transformer too. Well, not an actual Transformer, but it changes shape. Look at all this. Some obscure ones in here too. Still sealed in the back there. Leatherhead, Scumbug. Original Leo. Package roughed up, but hey, look. That's not even the end of it. Look at all this. Look at it all. Look at the carded. Look at the carded stuff. Big ugly cry. See this thing? I had this thing, and even as a kid, I kind of knew this was probably going to be rare someday. And look at it, $115. Another childhood regret. I had all of those old Swamp Thing figures. Look at the price tag on it now. I don't even know where mine is. It'd be lucky if it's even intact at this point, even if I found it. I'm going to look away now so I don't have to think about it too much, and we're walking, and we've forgotten. Let's never think of this again. And then there's the things I never expected to see. I found Glyos toys. Yeah, I actually found Kabuto Mushis from God Beast. Are you kidding me? Are you absolutely How did I find... There's Glyos. There's Glyos here. How? I've been in the store for like way too long, and how did I miss this? I can't make this up. I cannot make this up. This place had just about literally everything I could think of. And then the stuff that I was after, so many good pieces. Naturally, I am going to go for the Transformer section. And, I mean, the loose is good, the in package was good, from all different eras, and just absolutely amazing to see all of it together. Like, it's the kind of Transformer section I wish my toy store had. I mean, aside from, a million Rainmaker sets and a whole bunch of Kingdom Magnus and Galvatrons. They were very, very well stocked on those, but just like, there was a little bit of everything. A little bit of everything. A little Energon, a little Cybertron, movie toys, just a little, like someone just had just like a collection of just like random stuff that they collected, or just random stuff was left over. But that's interesting to me, to see all these different eras of Transformers all together at the shelf at the same time. It brings nostalgia, and it brings just kind of recognition of just exactly how long this toy line's been going on and how many changes it's gone through. It's kind of fascinating to see all at once, in a way. I even found a little bit of Kamen Rider there. Very little bit. Couple figures and just 2 lone Astro switches. No idea why. They were just there, I could just gush about this place for hours. It was absolutely like one of the best toy shops I'd ever been to in my life. So, so amazing. And great staff too. Great. I, I'm terrible with names. I very much apologize. I want to say Chris. Chris is the name that's coming to mind, but super helpful, super nice guy. No problem. Me, dragging him around the whole store to unlock different cases for me. Didn't make a fuss when I wanted the Transformer case opened up a few times because I kept changing my mind. Super chill, super cool guy. Made it a very pleasurable experience. Not that it wasn't pleasurable even, just walking around by myself, but very, very cool. And I met a fan there too, and that name does completely escape me. I'm sorry, but it was very cool to talk to you if you happen to be watching, because I do love getting to talk about tokusatsu in person, because I never get to do it. I talk toku online all the time. In person is very, very different. So if you're watching out there, thank you. You made the trip a little bit more special. All right, so I could keep going on. I could keep showing you clips and footage of things that I saw there and all the different things. But hey, you want to see what I got, right? You want to see what actually came out of that store. Okay, so let me start with some of the loose stuff, and we'll work our way up to like the really cool. So tiny things like a little tiny action vinyl Sigma. So I get a little bit of Mega Man in. I had these, this was like one of the first toy lines I ever obsessed over as a kid, which was the Terminator 2 toy line. I had both of these. I have bits of him left. I have no idea what happened to my Arnold. Both of these are complete, by the way. They've got all their little accessories. So that's another part of my youth collection restored. Oh, I did take home the one Kamen Rider figure art I found, which, as you can see, was Meteor, complete with a stand and everything. It's just super random to find a Kamen Rider figure art at all, and then just the fact that it still had everything with it. I will rescue that toy. All right, let's go on to some Transformer gets. Because I will say, I should have gotten more variety. Now that I think about it, like look back on it, like maybe I should have gotten one of those Kenner aliens that I collected as a kid. Maybe I should have gone for like a Captain Planet toy they even saw those there, or maybe I should have gotten some of the Ninja Turtles. I almost grabbed. There's a couple Ninja Turtle toys I almost grabbed. A little bit too worn or a little bit too expensive for my taste, but that's how collecting goes. Speaking of, I'll say this: pricing, everything was pretty reasonable. There's a few things there that we're about on par at our shop. Maybe a little bit cheaper at this one. If I'm being completely honest, like it's exactly what I expect to pay for some of this stuff, and sometimes a lot lower than I expect to pay. So let's see. Transformer wise, I did rescue a G1 toy, which was Kickback. My favorite Insecticon as a kid. It's like the most bare bones basic transformation. Like that's basically his robot mode. But I love the look of Kickback, so very happy to have an unbroken one. Most of it was Beast Wars, if we're going to be completely honest here. So we got Snarl. Snarl I had as Bound Rogue from the Robot Masters toy line. And I got Armadillo. I don't know, he just kind of looked cool and interesting to me, and he wasn't too bad price wise. So okay, I'll take a shot. Let's see. Since he's in the news, and I've always liked it, I got Buzzsaw. Always did kind of want this one, so that one's checked off my list. At the local toy show, I grabbed a Beast Wars Sky Shadow that was actually too broken to actually repair or salvage. Here we have a nice complete one with everything in good shape, so that one I actually get to goof around with and not be disappointed by. Let's see. So that was a quick run through of all the loose stuff. Now we get to actually talk, because now we're going to get into the sealed product I brought home, and that's going to be So for starters, I always told myself I wanted one boxed Cybertron figure. And speaking of Buzzsaw, it is Buzzsaw. My Buzzsaws. Not only is Transformer Cybertron my favorite Transformer toy line of all time, the package style is also my favorite Transformer style of all time. I love how these look. I didn't think Buzzsaw would be the one that I got. You know, I was thinking maybe Hotshot or something like that. But you know what? I can't help it. Like, it's there. You know, the price was right. You know, I can't deny it. No. Meant to be. But as I said at the top of the video, I was there for sealed Beast Wars toys because they had an ample supply. And I really, really, really liked the prices I was seeing online. So, what did I come home with? What didn't I come home with? Alright, so for starters, we got drill bit and a sealed armadillo. So, when the toy shop that I work at was sold, the collection of Beast Wars toys that was unavailable to me at the time was given to the store, which means they were available. Before I could actually afford them, these two got sold. So now I have my own, and I can check that off of my regret list. Just a couple more basics because the price on them was right. They have a sealed Snarl, but also an Iguanas. I got the loose Snarl and Armadillo, so I was never tempted to open these. Kind of made sense to me at the time. So, are you counting? We're up to 4 sealed Beast Wars. Let's see, and one more basic, Bantor. So, I have an aunt who doesn't understand the toy hunting, that doesn't understand the toy collecting, that sees frivolous, pointless, whatever. But Bantor was the only one she ever got me. The only Transformer she ever got me. So, having a minty fresh one, I think, is a really cool thing. Like, that's a personal thing. Alright. Let's get into the deluxes. K9, who's about to see a reissue, but it'll be a Rock Bubble reissue. So, ironically, this is going to be the more valuable one. Yeah, my mom's got a thing for German Shepherds. Couldn't think of it for a second. But yeah, so I thought that was cool to be able to get that one. Let's see who else. Who do we do next? You're still keeping count. Bone Crusher. My only trilingual package. This was when doing multilingual packaging was actually a really rare thing. You know, because, you know, look, you know, you can see on the back how many, like, see how much it adds to there? Where, like, all the stats have to be blocked out in different languages, the story, the character, and all that. You know, it gets super busy. So that's, you know, so they only did this, I believe they only did this for it's for international release, of course, but also I think Canada and Mexico got these, and while we got the normal standard ones. But yeah, so I thought that was interesting. I don't know why I like to troll myself on these toy hunt trips, but I kind of do. I found an Injector. So an Injector came home with me. I don't know. I thought it was funny to actually own one that wasn't opened up and tormented by me. Transmetal time. Rhinox. A Transmetal toy I never got to experience. I always wanted the Armada version with no chrome, but you know what? For a very fair, reasonable price, I will take this one. Now, you'll notice around the head, there's some weirdness going on. So this packaging is actually pretty damaged. You can see, like, there's a few, well, you might not be able to see it, but there's some holes there. You definitely see the big hole there. So what's happened is, since it's not air sealed, the rubber band that held the Beast Mode's head together in package has rotted away. And it looks terrible. Now, I got this one low enough that I might actually open this one, because the packaging really is in terrible shape. And yeah, like, again, this is one that I've always kind of wanted to play around with, because I always like the look of the toy. So this one might be the one that does not stay sealed. All right. Terrorsaur. The one I paid the most for, to be honest. This was one of my favorites as a kid. I loved this toy. I loved the articulation level, the overall look. I thought the jet mode was nice. There's better. Waspinator had a better one, but I don't know. I always thought this was such a cool figure. I think I've still got mine somewhere, but it's lost. And I don't even know if I could find like both of the wing blades if I actually did turn it up. But yeah, super awesome. Love having that one sealed. And then Transmetal Air Razor, and it's the pink chrome variant. They had the blue and they had the pink. I didn't really have a preference between the two. I thought the pink looked more interesting. I thought the blue looked a little bit smoother and more cohesive with their design. But this basically came down to this one had the best card. The other ones were warped or a little bit too rough or creased. So I just basically took the one that looked the nicest. So if you counted, 11. 11 sealed Beast Wars toys. I more than doubled my collection of sealed Beast Wars toys in one trip. And you know what? It was the opportunity of it's the right time. It's going to be one of the few times I actually have that kind of money kicking around, and the opportunity is in front of me, and when is it going to be in front of me like this ever again? So, I took the opportunity, and I did not leave anything to chance. Nice is all that is. And it is extremely nice. And I'm looking forward to figuring out how it all goes onto display somewhere with my other carded Beast Wars toys. That wasn't the big surprise. That wasn't the big get. That was not the big get. The finale, the biggest get and the biggest surprise I had there. This is Soul of Chogokin Big O, a toy I always have wanted. I'm actually just surprised because it's a lot smaller than I thought it was. Like I thought it would be like this tall, hidden in the box. No, it's this tall, going this way. Still beautiful, beautiful figure. Now this one has been opened. And you can probably tell because the box is pretty rough. But the figure inside is in immaculate condition. And for the price, I thought, absolutely great pickup because I've seen what it goes for online sealed. So, you know what? I don't mind. I don't mind a roughed up box as long as the figure's in good shape. All the parts are there. Everything looks beautiful. This is one I've wanted for a long, long time. Finally glad to have it. So that is how I spent about 3 hours in a single toy store. The toy store has one shopping cart. It has like baskets for people who are getting a whole bunch, and then it has one shopping cart. And I needed the shopping cart. But you know what? Great. It's when someone has to drag out that shopping cart, I'm sure they're happy because it means someone is going to be giving a lot. It's going to be contributing a lot to that store, and I was happy to. Now, having managing the store myself, I very much understand how important it is for those customers to come in and just drop the big money. And it might be the only time I actually am in the position to be that person. So it was fun to actually get to do. Now, truth be told, it's not the only shop in the area I went to. But just for the sake of brevity, and because I kind of want to just focus on that store for this video, I'm going to put that as just a little bonus haul video over on Patreon for my upper patrons, because they do get exclusive videos. And I'm going to cap this one off here. Thank you guys for watching. And yeah, if you are in the Orlando area, Acme Superstore, check them out. It's an absolutely amazing, amazing place. And no matter what you collect, I'm sure you're going to find something from it there. I mean, I couldn't stop finding things. I had to force myself out before I didn't have enough money for lunch that day. So, who knows? Might end up back there again. Might actually remember my good camera this time. We'll see. Yeah, my dad has this Deanna Troy sitting in the closet at home because someone in the 90s convinced him it was a rare variant that would get very valuable. Nobody tell him.